morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to have you here. Yes, I'm super duper excited to have you into today's call. Yes. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you are inviting your friends, your neighbors, and plus your enemies who have money. I was speaking to one of my friends this week, and I told him a businessman doesn't have enemies. Yes, a businessman doesn't have enemies. That's why people, I told one of my friends, Julius, I don't like you. I tell him, I like you because I'm a businessman. I don't have enemies. It's you who thinks that you are my enemy, but me, I don't have enemies. We are here specifically to achieve goals and dreams. All right. So thank you for having you this morning. And we want to start immediately. Yes, we want to start immediately. We want to start immediately so that those that come late, they can eat bones. When latecomers eat bones, it's a saying. Yes. Already here it is raining. It is getting colder. It is getting colder. It is getting winter. It is winter in so many European countries. But here in Masaka, it is getting colder in terms of rain. I hope you are making money. Yes, I hope you are making money. It is called regular repeated recurring income. Whenever you check someone earns, you earn something. Exactly. Yes. So we have already started, and I hope you have already started too, to make sure that things are moving with your Kariba and everything is doing well. Yes. So I want to specifically and purely invite the host for today. We are already streaming live to our YouTube channel, who is going to give you some trading view notes and then go into question and answer. Without delay, ladies and gentlemen, allow me usher in the host for today. This gentleman comes from the streets of the hard knocks. He comes from the notables of the innobles of the streets of the cryptocurrency arena. He is a forex trader. I was in forex for some time. What I know about him, he joined some scams before, and he repented never to do anything that is not as legit as Royalq. He has absconded with anything that, ladies and gentlemen, looks like cryptocurrency, but hiding under return on investment. He's a leader. He's a coach. He's the founder, yes, the visionary president of Galaxy Crypto Academy. It is one of the fastest growing all over the world, all over the country, teaching people better areas of price action. When people are talking about traders, when traders start speaking, they bring terms, price action, accumulation area. They have a lot of terminologies. So he comes from that category. And today he's our host. He's gonna break down those terms into smaller peanuts, these things of categories, price accumulation, upward, downward movement, uptrend, downtrend, all of those terms that confuse you. You'll try to make them look more simple. And by the end of this call, I believe you'll be able to know when to enter the market, when to get out of the market, how much to take, and some questions and answers you could have. He's one of the guys that love the sell button in Royalq. He loves that app called the sell button in your Royalq application. And I think today he will be able to show you how do you use the sell button, How do you use the sell button and make a lot of money? With pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite our one and only Coach Musa.
Wow. That's crazy, huh? Man. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I'm glad. I'm glad to work with Coach Julius. Yeah. He's, by the way, for those who don't know, he's my great, amazing leader. He's my upline. I'm always very proud of him. Very proud. And I think the sky is the beginning of lift for all of us. And let's see what the future holds for everyone here. And that's the goal. That's the goal. We're already in the space. There's no way we shall escape from the space. We are here and we shall die here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, if at all there are people in their evening time. Thanks for being here. It's a Friday, and it's a Friday for my Muslim brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum, and I want to say Juma Mubarak. Have a blessed Friday. Yeah, pray for us, pray for business, pray for knowledge, pray for wisdom, pray for everything. Just pray for the future. Yeah, just pray for more life so that we live on and witness and experience the Bitcoin halving 2024 and that bull run of 2025. Amazing. All right. Today, basically, I'll start from a point of a question. Then we shall go, crazy in the course of the training. Yeah. So we shall have a little stimuli in terms of questions. Then from that question, we shall graduate from one point to another, and we shall be handling even those areas that probably some of you may be having questions on. Break it down, and we make sure that you understand. I trust by the time this session is going to end, we shall go in with something in the pocket, something totally different and amazing that will help us improve our trading experience, that will make us move away from being a novice into the trading world, into at least, I like calling it a pro. Yeah, it's a process, but we shall get there. We shall get there because I believe every day is a learning day. We normally have a very good and serious Zoom training sessions throughout the course of the week. That runs from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. Then on a Saturday like this, on a Friday like this, we tend to bring in opportunity for people to ask questions so that we see how we can go through again in the areas that they may have probably not understood right. Okay, then on Saturdays is when we have the new Royalq user orientation, where we have a leader who gets to take you through the different features of the Royalq robot and how you can simply use them so that you can just be acquainted. Because you remember, Royalq as the crypto trading robot is not a return on investment, is not an investment. You don't invest with them. Several people, when they come to my inbox, especially the prospects, they think that they will have to invest. They have to send their money to Royalq and then automatically they just begin earning. No, this is a crypto trading robot. It is a trading tool which you simply buy. You buy, okay? Just like it is in Forex market where you buy some robots and use it to trade. The same thing here. This is a crypto trading robot that you simply buy, okay? And once you buy, the owners of this robot gives you the full and 100% user right. Okay, you are able to use it the way you want, how you want it, and in any way, and maximize from it. You just simply have to buy. Simple as that. So when you buy, then you can now use it. So Royalq is a service provider. You're buying a service from them. You're not investing with them. You are paying for their service. They've already designed for you the robot, a robot that will help you trade, a robot that will help simplify and give you a good trading experience in the crypto space. Hands-free, running on autopilot for you who's completely very green with regards to crypto trading skills. All right. It will give you that opportunity of experiencing automation in trading. All right. And getting those daily profits, which daily profits accumulate in the course of the day through minutes and seconds and hours. And then you have the best profit at the end of the day. So that is what Royalq is. So we need to really let people know that it is not an investment. And when you're coming into the trading, it's very important you wipe off the return on investment idea and concept, right? Wipe it out and look at trading and face trading as a new journey in your life, a journey where you're going to involve yourself in a financial market, but when you have total control of your finances, your capital, You know what your money is doing in the market. You know how much you want your money to give you in the market, and you know when you need money. That is what the Royalq robot is here to do, to give you that opportunity of enjoying this financial market. Okay? As you make much, much more. As I already said, different ways in which you can manipulate this robot and exactly still get a good profit and a consistent profit, irrespective of whether you are in a floating loss or not. Because for me, with floating loss, that is a dream. All right. And I believe with all the other leaders here. So that is what basically the Royalq is here to do. Okay. So what you only need to do, you buy Royalq, okay, at only $120. Only $120. Once you buy this robot at $120, you are given full user right. Royalq will never disturb you again. They will only make sure that they ensure a good service provision. They will only ensure that you have a good user experience, all right? Through making sure that their server is up to date, through ensuring that you are safeguarded and protected from any other bugs and hackings and so much more. They will make sure that you are very, very secure. All right, they make sure that your robot is very, very secure, so that the only thing for you will do, you enjoy the trading, manipulate it the way you want, for as long as you don't go overboard or you do contrary to what you want to, what you're supposed to do. Yeah, just manipulate. It is already yours. Their work is just to ensure the security is up to date. Your robot is okay. Because why do they do that? There's another benefit that the robot comes along with. Besides just trading, there is another benefit. These people are saying that much as you've bought a robot from them, if you can share the amazing results that the robot is giving you, the amazing match that the robot is making for you from the crypto spot market, and then someone gets interested in also buying the robot, you are going to be rewarded. You are going to be given an appreciation. A token of appreciation. There's a percentage they'll give it back to you from whatever the person is going to use for activating. They'll say, you know what? Thank you, because that is business. This is business. All right? You cannot do a business and you become a mukonobam. You tie your hands up to closely and you don't want to release anything. No, that's no business. You must be in position to give for you to be given. Spend for more to come. That is business. That's why businesses tend to put in much in promotion. They are promoting their product because it is a lifetime product. They know they are not here for one day or tomorrow or 2 days or 1 year. No, they want to grow the business. They are here to stay. That's why you have Tesla. Tesla has a promotion. You have Amazon. Why are they doing the promotion? Why are they allowing people to develop ads and run the whatever product that is bought and sold through Amazon on your page? You open your Facebook page, you open your YouTube channel, the first thing that comes in an advert, trying to direct people to where they can go and get the service and products. That is the same. That is a business. And when you refer, and whenever someone uses, looks at the whatever from you or from your channel, you are rewarded. When somebody makes a successful buy, you are rewarded. Why is that? Business. It is business. Because they know once the other person buys, the person already knows where to buy. But it was courtesy of you directing the person there. So they will appreciate you because now you have brought to them someone, and now that person has known their shop. So tomorrow they will still come back to the same shop. Whenever they want something, they know this is the shop to go and buy from. This is a business. So that's what Royalq is doing. That if you're able to share the same opportunity with a friend through the amazing results that the robot is bringing, you should be in position to be appreciated. A discount, some percentage of whatever the person has bought with the robot will be given to you. So the more you do it, the more you earn. They are extra. In fact, I wouldn't want to go into that much, but that is just a brief overview, a picture of what this robot is all about. It is not an investment. You don't expect something from Royalq. No. All right? You only expect a service. But which service you buy? After buying, The rest is up to you. It is you who decides whether you want to promote it or not. It is you who decides just whether you want to use it for trading or not. It is you. It is entirely yours. For the whole year, you decide on what to do with it. Okay. Are we there? Yeah. Are we excited? Are we ready to move, to roll? Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. If you're following and we find the introduction very interesting, hey, let me get some thumbs up into the real deal of today. Some thumbs up. Is the session okay? Is the opening remarks very good? Was it amazing? Okay. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Now what we're going to do today is basically opening up an opportunity for people to ask questions here and there, and then see how we can reply to those questions. Yeah, we roll on. I believe so much that our essence of being on Zoom every time, not that because we now know all, not that because we want so much to be on Zoom, but because we want to learn. Because this is, for as long as you live, for as long as you are alive, must always be a student of knowledge. You must always be a student of knowledge. It is very important. And for the academia, they know this very well. Things change. Things change. In an overnight, something can change. And when you begin talking about yesterday, what transpired yesterday, and people are already living in today, then somebody may want to ask you, hey, which generation you're in, because that's why people listen to news. You want to be current. You want to be updated. What happened yesterday? What happened today? Is the same thing that happened today is what happened yesterday. You just want to be current because you want to be a student of knowledge. And that is the same thing here. When it comes to skills, you need to up your skill. That's why people go to upgrade in their education. That's why people go to upgrade on their skills. That's why when you learn a vehicle, they will say, go and learn more of defensive driving. Why? You've already learned how to drive, but they tell you, go and learn defensive driving. Even when you learn the defensive driving, they will still tell you that you got to update your knowledge. You go and check yourself. Are you okay? Did you pick? Are you practicing what you learned? Are you putting it into practice? Because most of the time, not every other time you learn something. If you don't put it on practice, sometimes it disappears. Yeah. So that is the most important bit of us being on Zoom. Not that we have the time, the data. No. We just want to be up to date. All right. Okay. And through that, we learn from each other. We're able to push each other, help each other in whatever possible ways we can. All right. All right. So with that said, I would like to open up the room for a question. Then we shall pick up from there. And I'm in this Zoom. What you should expect is I'm going to share with you a secret of how of how you can, if time permits. I wanted to share two things, but if time doesn't permit, I'll share one. One other thing is how you can do without the take profit percentage, right? Without the take profit percentage, but you make profit using Royalq. Without setting any take profit percentage, I'm going to show you that, and you want to know how to go about that. If you already know, if you got a chance of knowing that, then that is good. But I'm going to share with you who do not know, and also how you can trade it even when you're in a floating loss. And I'm going to share results just from my own, and you see that it is a possibility in whatever situation you find yourself in, as long as you're using the Royalq as a trading robot. Okay. But before then, let's have a question, one or two. Okay. Are we ready? Are we following? Are we excited to know? Are we excited to learn this? Yeah. Yeah. So the criteria, if you want to speak, you could just raise your hand, then they give you a chance to ask a question, or you can chat. You can just send your question through the chat. It shall be important to go through them. We have I'm moderating. Okay, I'm moderating, but we shall also have leaders underground will be hoping to answer some other few questions in case I am handling one through the chat. And where need be, we can give supplement or compliment, yeah, like that, and we push on. All right, I'm seeing Crypto K SA. Please, you may unmute and then ask your question, please.
A very good morning, leadership.
Good morning.
Am I loud and clear?
Very, very, very loud and clear.
Yeah, I've got just one question, and just again to reiterate on one thing. It's just two things. Number one, it's a question. We are trading, and usually we are, and thank God that protocol observed, Leader Musa, Leader Kabanda, Julius, all that. I really appreciate and I really adore you guys, and as you inspire me to reach where you are. Now,
Wow.
as we are traders, we usually, like as we are making our analysis, take a one-day chart, to see where the market direction are going. And we also take a 4-hour chart and, for the trend and all that. And for the price, we go for a 30 minutes chart, something of that nature. And we look for the lower low and all that. Thanks for the classes that we are being provided with. And we do follow and we practice them. What I've realized is that after making analysis, and enter a trade, yes, we are day traders, and you find that sometimes after you have opened a position, your position will take even more than a day to close. Yes, anyway, we have patience. So I was asking as to how about, because we are using a day chart, 4-hour chart and 1-hour chart and 30 minutes chart. Why can't we go lesser, like maybe an hour chart for a trend and a 30 minutes chart for, the trend and maybe, like decreasing the charts times that we are analyzing on, because it seems like the day can also pass, or 2 days can pass before the position is closed. So how about analyzing maybe on a lesser time frames? That's my concern.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Crypto K. I think I want to put something clear so that we're able to really understand. You see,
Hello, it seems your network is not fine.
All right.
It seems your network is not fine.
On the time frame and how about now? Is it so bad?
You are cutting.
Sure. Oh man. How about now? Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, what I was saying is this, that sometimes you as a trader, you may want to pick a particular time frame that you would be using for analyzing the market. All right. So that is entirely it is not subjective. It is not subjective. And when we're doing this training, we only recommend. And now the recommendation we give depends on how long you want to stay in a trade, or it depends on how much you want to take as profit from a given trade you're currently on. Okay. When you analyze a coin in a bigger time frame, for example, like 4 hours, okay, and then you enter within the very same 4 hours time frame, expect to stay a little longer in the market, especially if we are in a bearish season like this. If we are in a period where the momentum of the market is so low, expect to take a little while to be in the trade. Okay, so it will depend. It depends on how much take profit you want to take. If, for example, you want 2% in 2%, all right, and then somebody else probably wants just 1%, or somebody else just looks at only 0.5% as the movement they will need them to make profit. You people will take different times in the market. You people will take different times in the market. And what you must also know is, for you, you bought once, but for the market to move up, it must not be only the impact of one person. It must be an impact of traders. You get that? It should be traders.
Exactly.
Now, because if in a particular time, the influence of the traders, which in most cases, after you buying, for you, you want the impact of the buyers to help move the price higher. In case buyers don't enter the market, all right, as you expected, or instead the buyers didn't flood the market to cause a big volume move, a big volume buy to result into a very big price movement. Expect the price to be a little bit stagnant, to play about there. Now, as it is playing about there, not that trading is not happening, but just because the momentum is low. People are buying, people are selling, but people are not very active in the market at that time. Okay? People are not active. Yeah. So when people begin getting into, and that is normally associated to the different time zones. Here now, in East Africa now, it is 10. Some people probably are entering into their evening time. Some people are sleeping. I believe in the USA, people are sleeping. I don't know. Yeah? Now, this one here has a big impact somehow to trading because people will enter the market differently. There are groups of traders in a given location who may wake up and they would want to enter the market. When for you are sleeping. That's why sometimes you find when you set a trade in the night and you go to sleep, you probably wake up in the morning when you are sold because some people woke up and entered the market. People were active in the market as you were asking.
You see, leader, if I may come in there, I understand very well. I understand very well that we really cannot control the markets. Markets are controlled by buyers and sellers, and even the volume thereof. I clearly understand that, but it was like maybe how about like the time frames that we using to analyze? How about going to lesser time frames? Won't it be advantageous? That's actually my concern as to how about going for a lesser time frames for the trend, for the price, for entry and all the legs that we're using, other than the ones we are using now. Won't it be advantageous? And that's my question.
All right. I
understand the market control that we really cannot control the markets. That I understand. But that was just, as to how about, can't it help? I need just
Okay. Now, what you must know is this. We could use a lesser time frame. In fact, anybody else can use. You see, that's what I said. That's why I said that it is not subjective. Yeah, it is not subjective. You can choose a time frame you want to trade in. It's not subjective. You can decide to choose a 1 hour time frame. You can decide to choose 30 minutes time frame. You can even decide to choose 15 minutes time frame. Now, if you choose 3, that means you also need to take care of the percentage take profit you would want to, you want to take in the market. You would have to take care of that pretty well. Now, if someone, I'm going to show something. If someone has a capital, let's say, for example, $1,000, right? Crypto, okay, you have $1,000. And then for you can easily trade in there 15 hours, minutes time frame. Why? You can decide to say, instead of going for 1%, 1.5%, or going for let's say 1% or 2%, all right? that the robot can sell. You can decide to say, I just want to take little from the market, but consistently, but I'll be using 15 minutes time frame. And I'm going to trade, for example, 5 times a day. Now you're going to be taking only 0.5%. Now, 0.5%, the robot will never sell in the default form. You have to manipulate it. You get that? You have to manipulate it. And it's something that is practical and works. I have been doing that. One just sold. Now, what happens is you manipulate. You can decide to say, I'm going to enter with $1,000, take 0.5%. I'm just giving it as an example. Then get this $5. 0.5% is a movement in the market that is easily achievable even in a blink of an eye. It can happen. You can achieve that. Then you say, I'm going to trade 5 times a day. You can, or 10 times a day using my 15 minutes time frame. Then you enter 0.5, you get your $5. You again check for another trade, you enter. If the momentum of that market is good, you again enter. Just taking 0.5. For you want to avoid floating loss, you take 0.5. 0.5 trade 10 times with your $1,000. You'll be having $50. And you can say that is enough for me. You do the same tomorrow, consistently. Why won't you make the money? So it is not subjective. It is not subjective that entirely 2%.
Yeah.
By the way, sometimes the much you take from the market depends on how much you have as capital. People with big capital tend not to look at the bigger take profit percentage. No.
Yeah.
Profit percentage. Because remember, you are tapping money from the market. You're tapping money from the market, remember. From an exchange, you are tapping money there. So you must look for best possible ways of getting that money other than taking longer because you want a bigger percentage and remain long in the trade. That 5%, they say 1 by 1 makes a bundle. 1 by 1 makes a bundle. What kills us is greed. In trading, what kills us is greed. Right?
Yeah,
well, I can advise that if it is in a bullish season, honestly.
Are you still there, leader?
Even 10%, take it. But if in a bearish season, cause a quick rise of market by 10% for you to profit, take little. Put in much, take little. Put in much, collect those small ones. Slowly, you will make a bundle. And that is the strategy I use. That is the strategy I recommend for the team members to use.
You see, the concern was that actually that slipping over with an open position. So that was my concern, because of being a day trader. Yes, I understand that we are day traders, but now slipping over with a position, I thought that maybe going for lesser time frames would, you'll minimize the times of slipping over and all that. I thought maybe that might work,
Yeah, it works. It works perfectly well. It works. Let me just share my screen. Let me look for my trading view. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, now just allow me. Let me get this one out first. I'm going to give you an example on this. Yeah, this is Stellar XMRI. Now, this is 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. Now, from what we learned always, I'm just reflecting on what we have learned. I don't believe this will be the technical training, but I'm building up on what you already know. That if you want to take this point, the first and the most important thing is you are looking at 1 hour, but you want to trade in 30 minutes or 15 minutes time frame. The most important thing is, first of all, use a higher time frame to allocate and capture an area which you're going to focus to put your focus on when you're doing the analysis. with respect to where your current price is. And if you look here, our current price is here. Now you have to build up an area where we shall do analysis with regards to where our price is, so that we know how to enter and what point to enter and at what point we should put our margin call drop. Right?
Yeah.
That is the most important thing. So if you're able to demarcate, and we always say, I love using from first principle. The indicator just helps me to supplement a thing, but I like using the first principle. I identify the area of resistance and identify the area of support with regard to the time frame I am using and with respect to where my current price is. I want to see from my point, from my current price, if I look up and I look back, how far or how high did the price reach before arriving at my price? Then if I look down, then I look back in history. How far in terms of the price did the price go low in respect to the price? That is how you identify. Yes, that's how you identify your key areas of support and resistance with respect to where you are trading. Simple. Then you draw your line. Just draw a simple line. I don't know. I love using. I love using this, but let me just try to. I can then draw my, and I will say this is the key area of resistance. Sorry, I'm building up because I believe we already know this, so I'm just building up. So I'm taking that this is a key area of resistance, right? With respect to my point. So what I'm going to do, I'll draw a line there. Then I also trust that this is a very key area of support. So drop a line. So I have an area with respect to where my price is. So let's do that. Pick this, bring it up here. I'll put it there. Draw that. Then I bring it down. Okay. I'm just looking at with respect to my area. Okay, let me just try to do this. Let me adjust something here. All right, so I've drawn that, right?
Yeah.
I have drawn that with respect to my area. Now, to me, I already know, based on my area of focus, I'll know this is a key area of support because of the multiple retest. First time my support was touched was when the price broke below this resistance line, isn't it? Then it got supported here. That was the first point to touch my support. Once the price was supported, it went up and came back and retested here. That is the first retest. The second retest is here. So it becomes a very key consolidation point, a very key area of consolidation of support. So I know that at whatever cost, prices will always come and at least touch here in the future. Then same thing happens that once the price was supported here, it came up and got a resistance here. And it was rejected, it came back down. And once it gained the momentum, it went up and it was rejected again. It was pushed down. Now it is coming for the third time, though it did not touch, but it came close to touching the same area. So it is a key consolidation point, a very key area of resistance. It came down a little to gain momentum and see if it can break out for the third time. And see if it can break out. Now that is the third time of what? of retesting what? The resistance. Now, if this momentum is sufficient enough, if traders are able to build enough momentum, the buyers are able to build enough momentum to push this price past this resistance, then we should be very excited. We should be very excited because we shall know the next resistance will be our swing high, the previous swing high.
Higher high.
Yes.
That will be the higher high.
Exactly. Now, that is the most important thing. Now, here, what I'm going to do is, can I enter this trade? You can say yes or no, depending on how much take profit you want. Because I know I am approaching my resistance point and it wouldn't be the best point of entry. because anytime soon I may see a possibility of either the price breaking out, which will be good news to me, or the price being rejected and it goes against me, which will be bad news for me, because I will have to wait longer for the price to come back before it can get supported here. Which support, I'm not very sure. It may even come and break below and continue even more down. So I just want
that
to
is going
make
to help
sure.
on the margin call drop. That is going to help on the margin call drop when it goes down.
Exactly. Yes. Now, yeah. So what you can only do is you can decide to enter at this point, right? Depending on how much you want as take profit. Let me measure this distance here, just from the current price to that area. Now, if I measure to the lower point, this is 0.3. If I measure to the higher point, that is 0.5, 0.6. Now, are you aware that someone can enter and get 0.6 from the market? What is 0.6 of $1,000? That would be $6, right? $6. Isn't it sufficient? Isn't it something?
Any profit is a profit in the trading.
Exactly. Now, somebody can decide to enter. Now, with this percentage, the robot in the default form will not give you. You're supposed to set. You're supposed to set. You're supposed to set. Okay? And how do you set it? Is maybe what I'm going to show you. How do you do that? I don't know if you already know it, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Are we okay? Are we comfortable?
Yes.
You already know how to do that?
I'm comfortable. Yeah, that was only my concern when it comes to, reducing, the long waiting for the position to be closed.
Yes.
But in any case, like we are saying, that it's not subjective, just like a suggestion as to how about, maybe we'll go for it. And then my last thing is that actually it's just to reiterate on my plea on the groups that we would like to accumulate the BTC. So we will appreciate if we can also get, BTC signals also, accompanied with the USDT. So if possible, we'll really appreciate that, because we want to go for one shot, accumulating BTC also.
Yeah, it's okay. I think that's what we had even started. We started building up on that. But now with BTC, if you really want to accumulate BTC, then I even take it that you may not need signals.
All right. No, I've realized that they are starting to crop up, and I've seen Lydia Julius also has just indicated on the chat. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate. May God encourage you. May God strengthen you guys. Thank you, leadership, and let's continue doing the good job and build the best community of millionaires. It is the Crypto Ambassadors' vision to create millionaires. Thank you so much, and God bless you. No sound, we can't hear anything.
All right, I saw his phone was not doing well battery-wise. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, I need to look for him. I'm not supposed to say anything today. Today I'm supposed to go say
something. You can say something, leader.
I'm not supposed to say anything today. I'm supposed to be silent.
No, we really appreciate your contributions.
I'm supposed to be silent.
No, we don't like that.
Back to you, Coach Musa. Thank you, everyone. Today I'm a silent student. I am not supposed to say anything today.
No, we really appreciate your contributions. Don't despair. Don't get tired.
No, today, no, I'm here, but today I'm supposed to be silent. I don't know whether Coach Musa, you are back, sir. All right. We have definitely provided the signals. The market is a little bit volatile, but we have provided the signals. For BTC, we shall provide 2 per week. We shall provide 2 per week. If you want to go
Thank
in
you
for
so
the
much.
one shot that side.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
We
much.
gave BTC BNB. And
Yes,
we shall
I've
continue.
seen BTC BNB.
All right. Ah, the way Coach Musa is leaving is like saying, please take over. But I'm praying God to bring him back.
Yeah, you
Okay, someone
definitely
is
don't want to. You definitely don't want to come back to participate.
someone is saying, please, I'm not in a signal group. I don't have signal groups. Just join the Telegram group. I hope I'm making my points clear. I post on the Telegram channel. That's all you need to do. I don't have signal groups. I don't want to run so many groups that I will not manage. There'll be too much on my side. I already have so many groups. Just join the Telegram channel. Pick the signals from there. I have done my best. I usually drop them.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, sorry. I got some call, so
Coach Musa, also make sure your phone is on charge. It has been warning.
yeah,
Get it on charge this time around.
because I may disappear unexpectedly.
Yes. And I don't want to say anything in this meeting today. So back to you, sir. Let me even
Okay.
return the host powers.
Okay. Let's go through that. Okay. All right. Can everyone hear me? Are we okay? Hello. Okay. I hope you're still following. So I don't know where we stopped, but yeah. So I think we're at the point of accumulating BTC. I hope that is clear. Crypto care. I think I answered you pretty well, but then we're at the point of was at the point of completing. I think something.
Yeah, no, I was just giving thanks and appreciate all the good works you are doing, guys. And may God bless you. May God enrich you guys. And don't despair. Don't get tired. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. So yeah, so basically the time frame is not subjective. You can choose the time frame you want, but what you must think in the back of your mind is in a bearish market, unless that coin begins performing in a crazy way because of being pumped and so much more, you don't take so much from the market. You need to take just what you should mind only about being consistent, at least every day getting something. Don't worry about big. The bullish season is there. That bullish moment is there, right? The bullish moment is there where you can make so much more. Okay, but in a time like this, just concentrate on at least making some money that you can possibly pick and do something. Yeah. So trading with 1 hour time frame like that is okay. Now let me take you through something briefly on how you can Tanga Joffrey is saying, I have been in floating loss for long. How can I transfer money on to accumulate BTC? Now, my friend, I'm going to advise you on one thing. I'm just going to advise you one thing. You see, this idea of somebody asked me about leverage yesterday. You see, when you're doing sports trading, you don't do leverage. There's no leverage trading because leverage is more of like you're borrowing money from somebody. whom you will pay back with some interest, but because you just want to fill up your position and increase your trading capital. Now that doesn't happen in sports trading, right? Doesn't. And because the robot trades on the stock market, you can neither do that. Initially, people came out with that idea thinking that if they borrow money from a coin, right, and then add up onto another coin, or probably use it to get another coin out of a floating loss, they will be in position to make some good profit, yeah, and then later they can take it back. Well, wait. So, but that does not happen because what happens? So it doesn't happen because what happens is because of the volatility of the crypto market. Sometimes you may say, for example, you will borrow a given, let's say 1,000. You will borrow money from a coin, let's say worth $1,000, right? $1,000, and then because you had paused the coin and you had got actually the money out of it, and now you see it already floating in profit, and then you think you're going to take back that same quantity or that same amount back to that very coin. Do you know what is going to happen? The market never waits for anybody. The market is never your friend. It will continuously be moving up and down, back and forth. And because of that, before you know it, as you're taking back the 1,000, thinking you're going to take back the exact amount, which is 1,000, probably the price might have increased to $1,001, or it might have gone down to about 9,990, 99. I mean, $999 instead of 1,000. Now, with you doing that, you would have already affected the operation of the robot. You are giving the robot a false information. That means there's already a gap. There's already a vacuum created. And, you know, the robot is smart. It will never do anything contrary when there's a vacuum already created, right? What it will do, it will never show you any other thing. If you take it back and then you go and start or even possibly sell, what is going to happen is going to be like this. Number one, you're going to see a reflection on the profit made on your revenue area. But do you know that that money which is reflected is not going to be there? Because there's a vacuum, how can you sell air? So it will reflect that you've made that much in the revenue detail area. However, the money itself you won't see. That is one. Two, it is going to deduct your gas fee equivalent to how much it is supposed to deduct with regards to the amount of profit you have made or that has been reflected in your revenue area. So you have two things, a false profit made, and two, a deduction in your gas fee, which doesn't help. So that is what works, and that is the stand. You should not do that. Don't borrow money from any coin. Rather, just if you don't have any other capital, be patient and allow that trade to actually gain. Then you'll be good. Two, if you have extra capital, open position. Allow to buy in the dip, right? For purposes of moving your average price closer, all right, to where the current price of the coin is in the market. Or alternatively, just continue trading that coin even when it is in a floating loss and make those profits. Make those daily profits. At least be excited with the reflection of the revenue you'll be getting every day. Even when a coin is in a floating loss, you can still make so much on a coin. All right. So that is the advice that is what I would give with respect to the other person who just asked. And now, I'm going to show you something before I come to this other question. Let me just share my screen. I want to show you something. Two possibilities. Okay. I am someone who loves experimenting things, and then before I can actually share with people. You see, let me give you an example of this coin. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Now, this, let me give an example on this other coin. There was one that's just sold. There's one that just sold. I think that is Quantum. All right. Just sold some few minutes. Okay. Now, people fear floating losses. Let me just give you an example. When a coin is floating like this, you can make money from it. Now, you can do two things. You have an opportunity of doing two things when the coin is floating. So you have options of doing two things with this robot when the coin is floating. One, you can decide to identify trade entry opportunities with the intention of just moving this coin out of a floating loss. I repeat, you can decide to look for entry opportunities or enter a trade when a signal is sent on this very coin that you're floating at, okay? And then allowing the robot to buy with the intention of making sure that this floating loss percentage keeps on reducing, keeps on narrowing and narrowing. That is one thing you can do. Or you can decide to look for trade entry opportunities, either through the signal sent or you do it personally, and then be making profit even when you're still floating, and just patiently wait for when the coin will finally go crazy and move out of the floating loss. Those are the two options. Now, in the first option, if you opt to trade with the intention of just reducing these percentages, what you're going to do is this. You won't be seeing any reflection on the revenue area. You won't see any profit yet, because the much you have used, if you used $1,000, right? Once the robot uses $1,000, what the $1,000 is going to do is going to reduce this percentage. But once it sells, the $1,000 won't come back in your spot wallet, but rather it will remain in the coin, including the profit that has been realized, which was supposedly supposed to reflect on your revenue area. That is what is going to happen. If I touch on this coin, for example, let me just touch on it. And let's say I've identified an entry opportunity and I want my robot to buy. Let me just use this. I want my robot to buy using $1,000. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is, I just want us to see what will happen. Currently, the coin is floating at negative 58. This is the amount in the coin. But I have 1,000, which I want to allow the robot use to replenish with the intention of reducing this percentage probably to a lower figure. What I'll do, I'll first come and backtest it here. I'll first come and check it out. I'll tap on buy, put my 1,000, and I see how much percentage will be reduced to in terms of floating, in terms of the floating loss. So I'll tap on buy, I tap on market price, I'll enter my $1,000. I'll realize that when I allow the robot to buy with my $1,000, the floating loss is going to move from negative 59 to negative 41. Right? It will move from negative 59 to negative 41. Now, if it is true that I want this percentage reduced like this, and my intention is just to keep the money there, not to realize any profit, I will go ahead and set my strategy mode in the sub-in mode. I will not worry about the profit. All right? I will not worry about the profit. I will just set it accordingly. That is one. But if my intention is to make profit, what I'm going to do is, if I identify a trade entry opportunity for YFII, what I will do is simply this. I'll come and check quickly here. How many times has the robot bought so far this very coin? This is 9 times. My intention is to make some good profit. Let's say $20 from the trade entry opportunity I've realized. I have $1,000 which I need to use. What am I going to do? My target is going to be on call number 10. Call number 10. I want to establish how I can set my robot to buy for the 10th time with this amount of $1,000 so that if it sells, I am able to make $20. And as I make the $20, what is going to happen is I'll expect back my $1,000, which the robot used for buying the 10th position, and the $20, which was the profit realized after selling the 10th position, so that I expect in total $1,020. If that is your intention, you set your strategy mode in the sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Okay, are we still okay? Are we still following? Is it becoming complicated or is it, I don't know. Is it okay? I hope Leader Julius is there. I don't see Leader Julius. Okay. Are we okay? Is this still okay? Is this still fine? If there is anything you did not get right, you can leave a message there, a message on the chat just. Yeah. Okay, now, let's continue. Let's continue. I've given you two scenarios. I go slowly. Okay. All right. Okay. I've given you two scenarios that when you're floating, you can decide to make so much even when you're floating loss, or you can decide and concentrate in only moving your coin out of floating loss by reducing the percentage, by reducing the other take profit, the percentage dip, the return rate. Okay. And let me share again. Let me share my screen again. Just make sure that we're okay. All right. Coming back here. I said we have YFI, which I'm currently floating at -58. I simply joined higher. Okay. I didn't join it from the bottom, but it is very okay because I've been making money on it. Now, if you find yourself in a floating loss, all right, let me just, if you find yourself in a floating loss, all right, instead of wimping, you can derive two methods out on how to help yourself. Number one, you can decide to either, that is if you have capital, you can decide to concentrate in moving this average price, this percentage here. You can decide to concentrate in just reducing this percentage slowly but surely. Reducing it every other time you buy, reducing it. Or you can decide to, instead of concentrating and focusing your energy on how you can reduce this percentage, just concentrate on how can you make more profit even when the coin is floating, like this. Because remember, this robot was designed to make for you profit in whatever kind of market movement, in any kind of market movement, be it an uptrend or a downtrend. And how is that possible? You realize that the market never moves in a linear form. It will always have to dip and call back, dip and call back. The callback is the correction. Now, in a downtrend, the market will go down, right? Once the robot buys, it tries to call back, it tries to correct. The correction is what gives us the opportunity of making money. The robot is able to sell because this movement can be by good percentage. This one here can be 1.5%. It can be 2%. It can be 3%. This correction we're talking about. Before we can see again another downward movement, the robot can buy, and then another correction, which can also be another selling opportunity. This is another opportunity. It can be 1, can be 2%, can be 3%, any percentage. So we are able to make money at these points here when the market is trying to correct, especially if the market is going down. Same way, if the market is going up, if the market is in an uptrend, there is an element of a upward movement and a pullback. It is here that the robot buys. When the market moves up, the robot is able to sell. We make money. This percentage here is good percentage. When it tries to pull down or pull back in an attempt to correct, the robot is able to buy again. If it goes, the robot is able to sell. We make money. If it pulls back, the robot is able to buy. If it goes up, so we are able to make money when the market is going up and when the market is coming down in either market direction, be it in a ranging market. So we are able to make. Once you understand this concept, that means you can equally make money even when you're in a floating loss. When you're in a floating loss, imagine you have gone down, you're already here, the robot has already bought. It will correct. Expect the next dip to go past the previous point it bought. If it reaches here, the robot has to buy. Once it moves up, the robot is going to sell. The next movement down will be past this point. It will buy here and goes up and sell. Now, remember, the most important point here is what we are calling the entry opportunity at this point here, this point where the robot is buying. So our focus should be concentrated in seeing where is the possible point of a trend reversal before the next movement downwards. We know that once the market has come down, it's going to get supported, and definitely there will be a reversal. That reversal will result into some movement in the market. That movement in the market will move by some percentage. That percentage is what we can benefit from as a take profit percentage and make money, meaning you're able to sell there. If again, the market dips, which is the possible point of the market reversal, which we should concentrate. If we identify it, we set a trap there. We shall lay our trap. Once the market dips to that point where our trap is, the robot is going to buy. Once the reversal happens and it tries to correct by moving slightly upward, we are going to sell and make profit. That is the essence of making profit even when you're in the dip. Now, I hope that part is still clear before I can dive into how we go about that. Is it okay? Is it okay? Are we following? Okay. Now, okay. Now, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Now, okay. Now, this is how you got. Now, to make money, even when you're floating, you don't need a lot. Any money you have, you can use it and still make money from it. $50, $100. Because for you, you're not interested in any way in that big percentage you're seeing there, which is very red. You're not interested in it. In fact, you're not mindful of anything. You don't care. You will not be focusing. You will not be putting your attention on this percentage. No. Your energy will be directed to where can I possibly enter and make profit only. So you can have $50, you can have $100, $200, $1,000, yeah? And use only that money to make profit on that coin which you're floating at. Me, I don't trade many coins, by the way. I don't. So that is the most important thing. Now, the next thing you need to do here, if you're going to concentrate in making profit in the coin, what you need to do is the first step is you tap on the coin, right? You tap on the coin, okay? Then the third thing you do, the second thing you do, you come and check on how many times the robot has already bought. While, of course, putting into consideration that your strategy mode is in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Please make sure it is in that mode, sub-bin mode real-time settlement. If it is in the sub-bin mode only, you can change it to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. All right? Yeah, so you need to make sure it is on the sub-bin mode real-time settlement for you to see a reflection of your profit once the robot buys, yeah? Now, that is the most important thing. So after checking the number of times the robot has bought, it means you are now going to focus on when you're going to, in fact, this is now where you become dictative. You're going to dictate when the robot should buy for the 10th time. Okay? You already have the robot buying 9 times. It has already bought 9 times. Now you are going to dictate when you want this robot to buy the 10th position. All right? And how do you dictate that? You dictate that having analyzed that coin. Or you dictate that when you see a signal dropped on that coin. when the signal is dropped on that coin. I want to, I don't know, I could give an example from a signal and when you've just analyzed. Now, what is going to happen is you're going to target the 10th call. When you target the 10th call, you just come to the trade settings. When you come to the trade settings, you go to, me, I prefer keeping this at 15. And what I only like playing about with is here, the multiple buying ratio. That is what I only like playing around with. That's what I like playing around with, the multiple buying ratio. So I'll come on the 10th call. I'm going to make adjustment here and adjustment here. This one will depend on how much I want the robot to use. And this one will depend on how much, the point I have realized, yeah, as the possible point of market reversal. So it will depend on where I have identified that if the market comes down and touches there, it will buy and it will get me moving upward. So this one will depend on that. But this one will depend on how much I want the robot to use. When you do that, simple, come to your trading view. I could begin from a trading view, possibly. Come to a trading view. And look for that coin. Go to a trading view and look for that coin. Just a minute. Let me look for YFII. I just want to show you something so that okay, now this is YFII. Okay. Let me get this out first. I don't know this was a technical thing, but it's okay still anyway. Let me just. So the first point, what do? We said we identify where our price is. Second point, we move up, look back, identify our swing high. The third thing, look down, look back, identify our swing low, draw lines. Then we have our area of focus. Are we still following? Are we okay there? I'm now showing someone how he or she can trade a coin, like for example, like YFI, when it is floating and make money, okay? Okay. Now, after doing that, next thing you're going to do is this. Let's first draw a line. Remember, you identify the support and you identify an area of support and resistance with respect to your price. Very important. Very, very important. So just draw, put a line there on the swing high, draw a line on the swing low. You're good. That's an area, right? For now, that's an area. That's an area. Now you have two things. Because you want to identify an entry opportunity and you want the robot to buy as quickly as possible, we have identified this point. However, in between, you can use two things. You can decide to go ahead and look for the mini areas of support and resistance in between these 2 points. In between these 2 points. You can identify if at all there are some mini resistance in between, or mini support area, or an area that may act as a support or a resistance before you can do that. The second option, you can just use what you call the Fibonacci tool. The Fibonacci tool, right? Because the Fibonacci tool has already those lines drawn. It's just a matter of connecting your swing high, swing low to your swing high. Then you'll see those lines drawn automatically. And as they have already been drawn, They will just give you they will be giving you what we are calling the areas of support, those areas of support. Oh, what's this? Okay. Okay. So are we still okay? So we said we can use two methods of drawing those lines there to identify mini areas of support and resistance on the line, or we can just draw. Let me begin with the fib tool. Oh, I hope it is not being complicated now, but because these are the things we learn in I believe, and I trust that we already learned. Is that so, Leader Julius? Is it okay? We already learned this, right? Leader Julius, are you there? Oh, hope I'm not alone. Are we guys following? I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. All right. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure we are following. Okay. All right. So we can use the fib tool. Yeah. That is the first method. We can just use the fib tool. We connect our swing low to our swing high. That's the first step. That is if you fear drawing those lines by using free hands. That is the first thing. Yeah. You can use the fib tools and you just connect, and those lines will be drawn automatically so that you're able to know where you are currently. The second method is just, instead of using the fib tool, just after identifying your key areas of support and resistance, just go to a lower time frame, like say, for example, 15 minutes. Just go to a lower time frame, 15 minutes, since we are in 1 hour. Then identify those mini areas that are acting like key areas of support and resistance, which in this case, we can identify. Always remember, it should be with respect to where your price is. Look up, look back. Is there any point that the price went highest, right? But closest to your price? The second point, look down, look back. Is there any point where the price reached lowest with respect to your price? Simple. Just do that. Like, for example, if you look up, this is a mini support, a mini resistance point, I mean. So we can just draw a line there, tap, and put it there. And change the color to maybe, which color? I can change it to that color. Then look, again, with respect to the price, look down and back. This can be another area. Okay, let's draw that. Really, that's a key area, right? Then before here, if you again look down back, we are getting a key area here. Yeah? We are just trying to establish manually now. I told you we love using the first principle. So we come here, just draw that line. Up, we've drawn there. Then when we go up, beside this point, if again go further up and look back, we have another point here, right? Yeah? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, we have that. We are set, isn't it? We are set, right? We are set. So that is the key area. Just using, freely drawing just with the hand. We know now that that here, where our price is, it is most likely going to get a resistance here. We know that, because it was some other mini resistance previously to this price here. You see where it came up, it got rejected here. Let me increase the size. Okay. We know that it was a resistance here, because when the price came up, it was rejected. So it is a resistance. Before it came down, now it has gathered momentum, it is going for the second time. So there's a possibility of it being resisted. But if it breaks through, good news, right? You just want to identify those points. If it breaks through this point, then that means where is our next area of resistance? It means the price will now go and travel all this high and get a resistance here as it gaps up. So it will get resisted here. Then it will again come down. But if the momentum is okay, it may go above. There's no problem. But you are looking at a resistance point here. Are we following that? Are we following? The next thing here, again, with respect to our price, this is the first support area, right? Because at least when the price came down and broke this point, this resistance, it came down and then got supported here. Now it has gone up. It is playing about. Here it came close to being from retesting. Now it is up. Now there's a possibility that it may again come back to this very area. So this one acts as a key support. If it will come down and continue below this support, it means it would have broken this area. So now it is going to look at the next support, which is the next stop over. It will be this down. This will be support 2, but this is our support 1. This is our resistance 1. This is our resistance 2. Like that, just build up from where your price is. Look at where is the next resistance? Where is the next possible point of resistance? Where is the next possible point of support? That one will give you a good picture. Okay, now that is that done. Now I'm going to do this. When I want to identify, I want my robot to buy, I'm going to look at my price, where it is. I measure that distance from where my price is down to the first support area. The first support. I measure the distance from the current price down to my first support area. The first area I know that there's a possibility of the market going to reverse at. Because I know that once the price is rejected here, it is definitely going to come back here to this support area. So this one becomes my first support. Why am I confident? Because I know it has previously been supported. Now, that means there's a possibility of it being supported there. And because there's a possibility of it being supported there, if it is supported, if my robot buys at this point, and then the price reverses and begins going up, I'll be in profit. I'll be in profit because I will have this journey from here back to the other resistance point, which will be a very good percentage, right? Hey, are we still following? Before we continue, are we okay? Are we following? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody's drinking porridge. I mean, he's taking porridge. Yeah, that's good. It's good to eat. Good to eat as you learn. Okay. Yeah. So let's just come back here now. Let's take it now. Hey, the price is behaving well. Let's take it now. I want us to observe this price. Let's observe this point, how it is going to really reject this price. And if it goes through, that means now the next journey is that is the next movement up. That means we should be excited because this will be some good percentage. Once a resistance is broken, the next resistance becomes the point of focus. The next target, meaning if we are entering, that should be our next point of take profit. We should not go fast beyond that point until again it breaks out, breaks over. Then again, we enter and look at the next resistance. That's how we trade. Now, this is going to happen. Now, what we're going to do is this. We're going to measure this distance. If I want my robot to buy, I come measure from the current price, which is here, around here. I don't mind, even if it is fluctuating. I measure down to my previous first support area. Sorry. This is my support area 1.29. You see that? 1.29. Then my take profit for that 10th position will be the distance from here where it is going to buy back to that resistance area. Okay? So pick this. Yeah, pick that. Measure from the point where the robot will buy from back to that resistance point. That will be 1.4. Take profit. What do you do then? You come here. You come back to your robot, and I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you how it has been playing around with me. It is 1.29, right? Okay, 1.29 is my margin call drop for call number 10. I'll first save it like that. Then I now determine how much I want to use. Yeah, how much I want to use. So that is the first, that is the, oh, hey, yeah, this is a good break. Yeah. Oh, man. Now this one is a good one. This one is a good one. The next target is here. Hey, this is the next target. Good. Yeah. Okay. So, but let's go. Let's get back to what we are looking at. Let's let it go. Let it go. I have missed on that just because of the training. Oh man, are you guys seeing what is happening? Are you seeing what is happening in the market? Crazy. Are you guys seeing this? When a breakout happens and then it is accompanied with some good volume, the momentum is crazy. The momentum is crazy. Yeah. So yeah. So that is the next target. Just know the target is up there, resistance number 2. This is the point. This is the next resistance. It's going to go there before it can get resisted, and either it comes back. If the momentum is built up very well, then it is going to go above. And if it goes above, the next resistance is this point. So you have all this journey to travel from here up to there. Just keep watch. Doesn't matter, even if it is behaving the way it is behaving. Yeah, you see that? Okay. Let's just come back to what we were looking at. So we said we come here. Our position is what? Position number, that is number 10, right? We have now set the margin call of number 10. I'm just showing you how you enter the trade. You identify a trade entry opportunity and you set it for the robot to buy. Okay. Now, after setting the margin call drop, the next thing you're going to do is determine how much take profit you want. So how much take profit here is what was 1.4, right? It was 1.4, right? It was 1.4. Now, if it is 1.4, you're going to come here in the you're going to come back to trade settings, and then you go to the distributed and take profit allocation here, this area, distributed and take profit allocation, and you look for the position number 10. You look for sub position number 10. Then you come here and set the take profit percentage. Are we all there? So the take profit is 1.4, right? Then you confirm. Now, the next point, the third thing now you want to know, you want to see how much can you use? How much do you want the robot to use for that position? Now this is where now you're going to come here. You're going to come back to the margin call drop, margin configuration. I've maintained 15. I will only multiply, I will only play around with the multiple buy-in ratio to see how much I want. Say, for example, I want $100. 150 for this position. I'll come back to call number 10, and then I make adjustment on this. This only. I'll change this to 10 because I now have 15 as my first buying amount. It is multiplied by 10. I will have 150. I am good. So I'll come, put here 10, put 10 here, and then I confirm. And I save. And I relax. Yay, and I relax. Okay? If your margin call was closed, if your margin call was closed, you can now open, right? Let's tap on it, confirm. It will open. Now I go back and relax. When I relax, the robot is going to buy. When the price drops by 1.29. Then when the price moves up, meaning now, if this market was like this, what I expect is this. From where I had entered, the price, when my robot buys and it goes up by 1.4, the robot will sell. Now, don't think I have escaped. Don't think don't think the price has escaped. We don't follow the price. The price must follow us. Now, what we do here is we just be patient. Even if we set here, let it go. We know at what point a resistance will be faced, and it will have to come back. It will come back. We don't mind. As long as you understand that, the market will always come back to you. You don't have to run or follow it, because when you follow it, it will come and go past you and even go below you, that which is not good. You don't want to follow it. Let it follow you. All right. So now that part is done, right? So when the price drops back to this point, the robot is going to buy. Then when it moves by 1.4, the robot is going to sell. And I'll get 1.4% of $150. That's how you set. That's how you set it. Let me show you how it has been beneficial to me. I'm coming to my transaction record. Let me look for you see, this is this is YFI. Let me see, where's my pointer? Okay. See this? Very little, but it is something. Subcell. Let's go through. Subcell. It is floating, but subcell. We are enjoying some subcells. It is floating, but we are enjoying what? Some subcells. We are floating. Same thing I've just showed you. Not something from the blue, not something magical, just the same thing. My thing has disappeared. Whoa. Oh man. My annotation, my writing thing has disappeared, but at least you see. Yeah. I hope I don't know who the host is. I may first of all exit and rejoin again, because my annotation has disappeared and I can't clear this from the so you man. Okay, let me first get off, then I'll rejoin. OBM, I'll be back, please. I know you're the co-host. Please stay on. You can as well go ahead and share with the people, just as I get back shortly. Yeah.
Yes, I'm still around. Yes, we are running to trade while in floating loss, all right? You create areas of support and resistance. Go to the coin you are trading, set it up as your next margin call drop with your take profit, all right? It's one of the amazing ways you can trade while in floating loss, but you must have more capital. You see, now when we talk about trading while in floating loss, someone may think that you just touch the coin, give it a take profit without more money. You must have capital. You are not putting in what is already in. You are bringing new money in the market. Those in Kampala, I'm leaving in the next 10 minutes, so I'll be there. You can come and we jazz. I know when I started Royalq, I was a broke man. I was surprised when they were making a list of crypto gurus in Uganda. I was thought about. Me, I was busy working. I don't know if people are watching. So today I'll be attending end of year crypto guru dinner party, Uganda. Hey, you start small, eh? Keep on. Is the owner of the Zoom back? I don't know. Is the owner of the Zoom back? Is the owner of the Zoom back? Coach Musa. Coach Musa is back. He's here. Sir, your host powers are back. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I think yeah, did we try to pick something? Did we try to pick something there? You know, if you picked something. Yeah, if you picked something, let's drop some love hearts, some thumbs up, some signal, just something. If it is okay, you can say yes. If at all you got something. Yeah, if you got something. If you got something. If you got something. That's a thumbs up. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. I think we are good. We're good now. We're good. We're good. We're now good. I believe we should be in position to now. Now, that is for someone who loves analyzing and trading a coin. You know, you want to identify the opportunity yourself. But then there are some people who really fear who fear analyzing coins by themselves. They want to wait for signals. Is it now possible? Is it really possible for you who is floating, right, in a coin, and then a signal is dropped on that coin, that you can really trade it and still make money the same way this person who is analyzing and looking for entry opportunities and entering and making profit? Yes, the answer is yes. It is possible. Very possible. 100 plus 20% possible, because same thing. You're only going to do a little task. As opposed to when someone is joining the coin for the first time, where he or she is required to enter the preset price. For you who is joining it when in a floating loss, you don't need to enter any preset price. But rather, for you, you're going to do what we call a measurement. You're going to measure. You're just going to do some measurement of the distance that the price will have to cover from where it is currently to where the preset price in the signal is. As simple as that. And then you'll be in position to smile like anyone else who will smile when he or she is trading a coin while not getting loss. Yeah. 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 So okay. All right. So somebody saying he's confused. I don't know why. Emmanuel, you're confused. I don't know. Is it your Emmanuel is confused? I think Emmanuel, it's unfortunate you're joining it for the first time when you have gone so deep into the into more technical terminologies. I think we have not even used so much of the technical terms. I personally prefer making things simple. Layman's time. Why would you complicate it? Simple. But then I think, Emmanuel, what you need to do, let your app line, probably, if you have activated, let your app line get you into into a one-on-one Zoom, possibly take you through this, or you can join the weekly Zoom trainings that leader Julius handles. I think you will have a better picture there. Yeah, if it is your first time, because this one may not really make so much sense. It may not until you are possibly taken through just sort of a one-on-one, or you attend the introductory part, trading fundamentals. Yeah, yes, then you will make some sense. It will make some sense to you. But yeah, any questions so far? Any question? Because I think we are coming close to midday, and being a Friday, you understand. Yeah. So Adam is saying he's confused. I mean, he's lost to the distributed profit ratio. let me know maybe. You can unmute yourself and tell me where you're lost at exactly, because yeah, I may not handle the other part of the sale, little Julius. Maybe on Friday. Or would that be okay? Because this is already too much. I think it may just break confusion to some people. Yeah, we are not authors of confusion. Yeah. So Adam, yes, which part is exactly? We could do. Where are you? Raise your hand, please. Let me give you opportunity to clarify, because you told me you're lost. And are you still there? Is Adam still there? I think Adam is not there. Any question, please, with regards to what I just handled? Number one, of how you can identify that trade entry opportunity of trading a coin that you are floating at or floating in, and you're able to trade it and make profit. Any question in that area? Okay, I trust it's okay. We are all okay. Okay. So, Leader Julius, okay, some question. Yeah, this one is asking for the meeting video. I think it will be in the YouTube channel. It will be in the YouTube channel. You could possibly do that. And yeah, any question with regard to that area specifically before I can go to the next thing possibly? Oh yeah, Leader Julius, your hand is up, please.
Yes, thank you, Coach Musa. Thank you for the work. I hope people have learned how to trade in floating loss. People who are new and it's your first time to be here, join tomorrow. Join tomorrow so that you start with a new Royalq Use orientation program. If you have already activated your robot, tomorrow, new Royalq Use orientation program is there for you. You can start up from there. If you are not understanding anything that Coach Musa starts sharing now, also you can join from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, we begin the same thing all over. Just that whenever we come, maybe we add in something new, but we begin with the same thing all over. Okay. Also, if you don't know how to maybe trade signals as they are sent to you, I think me and Ruben today we shall do a call at around 4:30 p.m. I'll share the link in the next few minutes in the different groups. You can learn how to place in signals as they're dropped in the different groups. That training will be there. I have nothing else to add, but
Okay.
back to you, Coach Musa.
Okay. So maybe just the last part. Just the last part. Let me look at the last part, and then we can call it a day probably. Now, the first part we looked at was how you're already floating. I'm only talking with respect to somebody floating. Yeah, you're already floating, and you're not doing the analysis by yourself. You may find it very difficult, and you don't want to risk again the money going to floating loss. You can wait for a signal dropped on that coin, or possibly share with, have a discussion with someone, a leader probably, who is able to help you out, identify that entry opportunity on the coin you're floating at, and then the person should be in position to then enter, right? But then, if a signal is already dropped in the group on a coin that you're already floating at, and you want to equally trade that coin, right? Just like anyone else who is not trading that particular coin, it's simple. This time, what you're going to do, you're not going to set a preset price. You will not set a preset price like the other person who was not trading the coin would do, right? What for you you're going to do is just a simple task. You're going to let me just share my screen. I'm going to use the very same area just to make it easier for people to understand. Okay. So let's assume the signal was let's assume the signal that given us okay. So I'm going to assume that our entry point is this is, this is where our price is. I'm going to assume that we have set our preset price at this area. Okay. Which area? Let me try to see on the okay. So I'm going to assume that our preset price is at the 61.8%.
Okay, I think I need to come to the end of this call. I may not be able to continue because I'm traveling. I may not be able to continue with Coach Musa's session. But a few takeaways that I believe are important, simple. Analyze a coin using support and resistance. If you want to know about that, attend our morning syllabus. 2 weeks. Monday to Friday, we teach that. All right. You can attend. I shall post the link on the Telegram group. That's the best thing I can say. All right. Every day, you can be able to attend that. I don't want to go into details of if you're already on floating loss, you must have extra capital to be able to make a new entry in the market. Don't make the business so hard. Keep it simple. Don't complicate the game. Keep it simple. I had a few people who said they no longer continue the business because the business looks hard. The business is simple. It's you who's making it look hard. Provided we are going to provide 4 signals in a week, 2 for USDT and 2 for BTC. We have done that. And so we are going to do a Zoom call for you today, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Ugandan time. I'm going to drop the link in the different groups. Join, learn how to place in those signals right. That's what I can do for you. from me, from my side, I would love to come to the end. I don't know whether Leader OBM has something to say. Leader OBM, do you have something to say?
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, leader.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Coach Musa, thank you. Dr. Kabanda, you're always blessed. Thank you very much for what you're doing for the community. It's been a while. I make some contribution. I just want to just share a small video I saw online, about a little girl who was talking to the teacher when she resumed that school. That her father told her that school was a prison. That school was a prison. That physically and mentally put people under. You understand? And that school now prepares you for a job that's basically also a prison. So after being a prison, that's a job that you have finally end up in a nursing home. So now the teacher deferred and said school is not a prison. And the little girl now told the teacher that can she leave anytime? So the teacher was surprised and now told her that school is basically like a prison. Now, there's no way we can actually escape school. You understand? Because growing up, my kids, I watched them at they started kindergarten, and when we take them to a school bus, they resisted. You understand? They will cry, and this one basically happened to every kid. They will want to reject, going to school. They will cry and whine. At the end of the day, they will keep on doing that for some time, and later they will conform. You understand? They will conform later. There's no way. So later they will not be the one chasing after the school bus when time comes. And basically this one can happen, to us for the whole of a year. After chasing the bus, you go to our institution, you move from maybe secondary school to the high institution, take your bag there to an hostel, you conform. See, you get out of school and get a job. If you're in Africa here, you might get a job or you might not get a job. But you still be conformed to that certificate. So you believe that if you don't get a job, you cannot be anything in life. Now, after you getting a job, you also be at a cubicle also, you might be tied to a job till you retire. In Africa, I don't think you have a nursing home. You retire to your home, and because you don't really have a business ideas, at the end of the day, maybe you collect your pensions. I was discussing with some people, and at the end of the day, you will actually squander the money. Might give money to an MMM stuff. So the thing is, in between the time you started school and time you maybe might end up in a nursing home, what you now do with your life is what will actually make you count as a person in life. So there are some people, they will escape the matrix, by redesigning their life, by unlearning and relearning. But most people basically follow that system till they go to their grave. That's why you see in your neighborhood, some people that maybe started together, and at the end of the day, somebody will be successful and a lot will not be. By statistics I saw, out of 100 people, that were born at the same time, only about 80, will not make it in life. Some people will die along the way. Only maybe 1% will be financially wealthy. Maybe 2% will be maybe 2% will be financially free. You understand? So the rest, so it that depends on you. Where you want to be. Now you have a great project like this that actually makes you free. To be what you want to be in life. What are you going to do with it? after you saw Royalq, we used to go back to the ROI. Like I was in a group today. Someone that was one of my leaders, he always come to my inbox. I like your way. You're always consistent. You're always. I like to be like you. But when the shift come to the north, they're always going for other things. Now I was sharing a bot that is about futures that that somebody can trade futures in a Royalq group that he created himself. I had to exit myself because I know where I'm going. I know where I am and I know where I'm going. So do you know who you are? Now you have a great opportunity in your hand. What are you doing with it? You have leaders here that are sacrificing. Like we had a Zoom before this Zoom this morning. They are training us how to come into trade, how to be independent of anybody, how to own your life, how to use a Royalq bot. Your money is in your Binance. Like we check it that Binance is the best exchange that I ever use. When it comes to that, you put your money when it comes to trading, and we've checked also that Royalq only trades for you. So your money is not at the mercy of any 419. You can't lose your money trading with Royalq and Binance. But at the end of the day, you see people that want to take you, that want to put your life into danger by going to drop your money at maybe in the scam bot. I call them MM bot. So when you have this thing, why are you still going back? You understand? So I want you to leave all this mental slavery and follow the leaders here. We love you. That's why we show up every day. You understand? So now you have Royalq. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to go back, to the to what you've been doing in the past, to things that will not make you to excel in life? Are you going to go back there, or are you going to take this business serious? Most of us took this journey 19 months ago, and our lives has ceased not to be has not ceased to be amazing. Royalq is the best that can ever happen to me. Ask Leader Julius, ask Coach Musa. You will see. Ask James Emekara. You will see lives that have changed. Only 100 years time. Some people will still be. They want to be like us. You understand? So let us take this business very serious. So if you are new here, please let us take you. Just go on the shoulder of giants, and and you'll be glad you did. And if you are old members here, let's take this business very serious. In bull season or in bear season, be there for your team. Be who you promise your team that you are going to be. Don't just be like a scavenger, not knowing where to go to. If you are about sales and marketing, Royalq is the best thing for you. If you're about network marketing, Royalq is the best thing that you can do. I've never seen a network marketing company that did what Royalq did for most leaders here. And that's why I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with my promise that Royalq is the best thing that can ever happen to me, because I've checked everything and Royalq fits it all. So thank you, everybody. Let's see in the evening and let's see tomorrow morning. And when you are coming, always bring somebody. And don't forget to let the robots always trade for you, because the best thing that can ever happen to us. Thank you. Have a great day. This is OBM signing out.